What's going on, guys? Zach here. I want to talk about stress, the good kind of stress and the bad kind of stress. That way you can identify what kind of stress you're experiencing and determine whether or not it's even worth stressing about. There's two types of stress. There's de-stress and there's eustress, and that's E-U-S-T-R-E-S-S. De-stress is bad stress. This is the stress that's gonna break us down. It's a releasing cortisol, and ultimately it's just not good. The reason why it's not good is because it doesn't come from a good place, and it only stresses us out in a negative way and has negative implication. A good example of this is a toxic relationship. If you're in a toxic relationship and you're stressed out to come home, the reason why you're stressed is because you know if you walk in those doors, it's gonna be yelling and fighting, and it's just gonna be a physically negative response. Well, at the end of that experience, it's only going to be a negative result. Another example of this could be potentially losing your job. If you have the idea that you might be losing your job, that is stress that is going to end in a negative result. Because let's say you have a week and every single day you're concerned, you're worried, you're stressed out, but at the end of that experience, if you lose your job, you're gonna be stressing yourself out. Ultimately, the end outcome isn't ideal. It's only gonna put you in a worse situation. However, eustress is a positive stress. Eustress is good stress. Eustress is good in the sense that the end outcome has the potential to be positive. A good example of this is if you're studying for a test, you're studying for an exam, you're gonna be stressed out for the exam, but the stress that you're feeling is gonna inspire you to take positive action, which is gonna be to study, so that way you could be well equipped to pass the exam. And when you pass the exam, ultimately, your after story is better than your before story, meaning that the end result is a positive end result. Now, I bring this up because a lot of fitness coaches are feeling stressed out when it comes to building their business, but I want you to know that it is eustress, because the stress that you're feeling is inspiring you to take action for generating leads, for creating content, for taking sales calls. It's gonna inspire you to do the things that you need to do to be successful, and that stress ultimately is going to leave in a positive result, which is signing clients, making money, and growing your business. So one thing that you can do is whenever you're feeling stressed out, sit back and ask yourself, is this de-stress or is this eustress? If it's de-stress, practice meditation or practice an activity that's gonna allow you to decompress. Go for a walk, do some deep breaths, do some journaling. For myself personally, I love to journal. I love to go for walks. I love to take deep breaths to change my state, so that way I can decompress. But if it's good stress, identify it as good stress and understand that, hey, this might not feel good right now, but ultimately it's going to lead me to a better future. So understand, not all stress is created equal. You have de-stress, you have eustress. Eustress is gonna lead to a positive future. De-stress is the stress that you want to decompress about.